Hey, core reporters, welcome back to my channel. Listen, the news just broke last night that Jaylan Mobley, the ultimate hustler, somehow got Leah Messer to pay for a house with her own money, put it in his name. He got to cheat on her, and then he had her sign an NDA so she can't even speak out about the traumatic incident just so that she could live in the house that she bought with her own money. The whole thing is crazy, and it was revealed on the Ashley's reality roundup, and we've got to talk about it because it's literally making my head spin how somebody could be so foolish with their own money. It's insane to me. I'm having a hard time believing it. So let's get into the story. Again, it's coming from the Ashley. We're going to go through the entire thing, and hopefully we're going to have a good understanding by the end of it. I read through it once, but again, I don't understand how someone could play around with so much money like this. So a source close to Jaylan Mobley went to the Ashley and said, listen, the reason why they decided to end their relationship just a couple months after getting engaged was because Jaylan was running around creeping on Leah. He was cheating on her. So the source tells the Ashley that they feel bad about how the breakup went down and what happened to Leah. The Sun reported that Leah discovered that Jaylan had been cheating on her, but this source that went to the Ashley says that there's definitely a lot more to it than just that. And I find it interesting how they emphasize here that Jaylan had cheated once. How many times was it? How many people was he cheating with as well? If he was even cheating, right? Because at the end of the day, these are just allegations as far as we are concerned. So here's a direct quote from them. They said, and I quote, "But Jaylan does not want the full story getting out there. He did everything he could to keep Leah from going public with the story." So this is where things get juicy. Apparently, Jaylan made Leah sign a non-disclosure agreement forbidding her from publicly revealing the reason behind their breakup. Like, when I first read that, I was like, how does the guy who's not famous get his famous girlfriend to sign an NDA? This is insane. Why would he even want her to sign an NDA over his cheating? You know what I mean? Like, I kind of feel like, what is he trying to hide? Like, who is he cheating with? How many people was he cheating with? How was he caught cheating? Like, was he caught in the act? Was it like text messages? Was it emails? Like, what was going on that he wants to hide so badly that he pressured Leah into signing a non-disclosure agreement? So the source says that Leah filmed a few times about the breakup, once with a friend and once with Jaylan, but the only thing that she was allowed to say on camera was that she signed an NDA and couldn't really discuss it. Like, I'm floored. Leah, the schools truly are not well where she grew up, because this is insane that she even put herself in this position. Mind you, that Ashley says that she was able to confirm with production sources that Leah did in fact mention signing an NDA while filming. The source also said that the reason why Leah would sign an NDA, and this is what's really juicy in my opinion, because again, why would she sign an NDA? In fact, I feel like Leah should have gotten Jaylan to sign an NDA, given that she's the famous one and he's someone who's very thirsty for attention, so that he wouldn't be able to talk about their relationship, right? Like, what would cause her to sign an NDA? What did she do? So it turns out that Jaylan, the reason why Leah signed the NDA is because Jaylan agreed to sign the house over on the condition that Leah sign an NDA and not discuss the reason behind their breakup. As long as Leah agrees to keep it quiet, legally, everything will move forward to her having the house in her name only. Listen, this would make sense to me if he bought the house and he wanted to give it to her, but the fact that it turns out that Leah actually is the one who bought the house with her own money and gave it to Jaylan because she is $450,000 in tax debt just makes it like even more like, oh my God, girl, like how, I'm sorry, but dumb could you possibly be? The fact that you like, who puts themselves in this position? I am truly floored. Like, so here we go again. Remember, I have a playlist called what did I say? What was the name of my playlist? I have a playlist about Jaylan just being, all the red flags about Jaylan, or just Jaylan being a very toxic person in general. And I just called it from the very beginning. A person with his resume would not go for a person with Leah's background for no reason. Okay. It was with a motive. And clearly his motive was to get famous and to just move on to the next person at the end of the day, somebody that he actually wants to be with. And I hate that he did this to her. I hate that he used her like this. I think it's very inhumane. I think it's very toxic, and I think it's very evil. Remember, when they did this like video and like photo shoot about how he bought the house for her and stuff, pretending, like, I was like, come on now. Like the whole, oh, I surprised her with the house, and then he was covering her eyes and giving her the keys. It was just so fake, so performative, and just everything about this relationship was to boost his profile and feed his ego. The constant photo shoots, the lying about buying her a house, just to find out that she's the one who put all the money into buying the house and just put your name on it because she's in tax trouble. Like, this is wild. This is wild. You know, the whole essay he wrote about buying the house and building generational wealth and how it's a gift for Leah and her girls and everything like that. It is just so sickening. The source told Ashley that Jaylan did surprise her by finding and choosing a house for her to pay for with her own money. But the way he presented it on social media made it look like he bought the house for her. And that's not really what happened. The money came from Leah. Leah wouldn't have been able to get the loan due to her tax issues. Again, $450,000 is what she owns. And that is why the house is in Jaylan's trifling ass name. Like, this is what I always call people this, but I forgot if it's like a Dear John or a Dirty John or whatever. But like, this is just peak manipulator, creep, psychopath like behavior. Like, how do you do this to someone? Like, how do you target a young single mom to 3 daughters, one with a disability, and you play her like this? You play with her money like this. You play with her life like this. Like, Jaylan is one sick puppy if what they're saying is true. Like, he's worse than I thought. Like, I knew that he was not genuine. I knew that he was shady. I knew that there was something wrong with him. But what we're hearing right now is just a level of abuse and manipulation that even I could not have imagined. I'm shocked that this has happened to Leah. I really do feel bad for her. She was being very foolish. She was moving very quickly, but she did not deserve this, you guys. This is just horrible what Jaylan has done to her. Wow. I wonder if she's able to kind of like find a loophole in that NDA. I really hope that she's able to find some kind of a way to speak out about what happened to her, because I think other women need to be warned about men like Jaylan if what they're saying is true, because this is sick. And again, like, maybe she now knows, looking back, the warning signs, and that she can help her young audience to escape the same fate. You guys, how do you feel about this situation? What went down with Leah and Jaylan? Allegedly, he cheated on her, forced her to sign an NDA so that she can keep the house that she bought with her own money. Let me know in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. I see we've got a channel member, Rachel. I'm going to be chatting with her after dropping off with you guys. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.